big-time talent, there now. Coach Elijah Brooks has done a great job taking over for Coach Bill McGregor and has really built that program back up. They just got another three-peat, conference championship again for, whatever, consecutive time that is. Iowa State ring from there. So we've done great things in football, and I've wanted to definitely get DeMatha on the map and get people to understand that it's football, it's basketball, it's soccer. We were number one in the country in soccer for a while. It's baseball, it's lacrosse, it's wrestling. It's similar to here. It's kind of crazy. The makeup that I had at DeMatha is really similar to the one I've had at Michigan State. And I think that's the main reason that I was drawn to Michigan State.
Have you talked to the Quandro brothers at all since this match came up?
Not really. It's kind of the same thing with the Iowa game. I talked to Lomax throughout the whole season, and then that game comes up, and we kind of cut communication. The same thing with Cyrus. We're still extremely close, but we'll cut communication until after, and then one of us will have some bragging rights for a while.
What'd you say to Jordan after the game?
I wasn't able to talk to him after the game. I definitely felt for him. He's put in a lot of time there.
Have you texted him since?
A lot of heart and soul. I haven't texted him since. Just kind of giving him some space, giving him opportunity to focus on his Rose Bowl matchup, which I know is huge for him. He's done a tremendous job at Iowa. He's an academic All-American. He was the smartest guy on our team coming out of DeMatha, and I'm sure he's probably the smartest guy on the team at Iowa. Extremely smart individual. He's a captain for them. Had a fantastic senior year. Same thing as me. A guy that was really under-recruited that really utilized their ability and talent to become an NFL prospect.
How does the role of a captain change for a game like this?
You hope that it doesn't. I go back to when I was first elected captain with Jack and Shalik, and Coach Jim Bowman gave me, I think, the best advice that I've maybe ever heard here, which is don't change who you are. You were elected captain because of who you are, so don't change who you are. And I've tried to take that throughout this entire season. Not change who I am, just lead how I know how to lead. And I'm going to continue to do the same thing for a game like this. I did it for the Big Ten championship game, and I did it for Ohio State, for Michigan. I just lead how I know how to lead. I talk to the team how I know how to talk to the team. And, guys have different ways of doing that. And I think that's what has made us collectively such a great unit, because I have my way, Jack has his way, Shalik has his way, Riley will get up there and have his way, Connor will get up there and have his way. So when you're getting 5 different perspectives, everybody on the team takes it to heart and can pull a little piece from everybody and what everybody says, and ultimately makes us better.
Who's the toughest guy you've ever had to tackle?
The toughest guy I've ever tackled, I don't know. That's hard, in terms of, running hard and just running in between the tackles. Barkley from Penn State was extremely hard to bring down. I look back at last year with Mariota. Such an elusive guy back there. And, Ezekiel Elliott this year was extremely hard to bring down as well. I know we held him to under 50 yards, but that was a tough under 50 yards to hold somebody to. We were pretty sore after that game. He's a tough runner. He plays with his heart on his sleeve, and I think he's going to have a great career beyond Ohio State.
Could you visualize plays, games, you lay there at night and say, this is what's going to happen, here's what I'm going to do?
Yeah, I've been doing that since high school. My old high school coach, Bill McGregor, when he was there, he calls it psycho-cybernetics. That's one of those big words that I've never forgotten. And, he always would say it every Friday, go to bed and do your psycho-cybernetics, which is, envisioning yourself, doing things in the game at the speed and the strength and the power and the physicality and what you're going to do them, when you actually step out there on the field. So, those are your little nuances that, you kind of remember from your high school coach that I'll pass down to, younger generations, just like Coach D has passed down complete your circles. It's one of those things I've always remembered, and one of those things that's really helped me a lot this year.
So it was the last play of this game. You going airborne the way that you and Ellsworth did at the Rose Bowl with Hewitt, or you knifing through there the way that Denikos did with Braxton Miller. Tell me the last play of the game.
I don't know. It's hard to pin your finger on the last play of the game. You never know what's going to happen, but doing those psycho-cybernetics get you ready for those. And I'm sure that Kyler did the same thing, and Danico said the same thing. Those are big-time players that make, big-time plays here. And, the saying that, big-time players make big-time players in big-time games. And we got big-time players on this team, and it can be anybody at any time. I don't necessarily, want it and need it to be me at the end of the game. Just needed to be somebody, and it's always somebody on his team, it feels like, and it's always been somebody this year that's made a big play at the end of the game.
If Kyler